the intro up anyway, so.
Oh, okay.
Hello, everybody. Got to crank up the intro. I don't have the new one up here, but got to get everybody, show hammer faced everybody.
Good morning. I'm here to give you an update on the FBI's investigation of Secretary Clinton. What I want to do is tell you what we're recommending, but first, let me tell you what we found. 110 emails in 52 email chains have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it make?
8 of those chains are top secret, 36 of those chains secret, and 8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it make?
Everything I did was admitted. There was no law, no regulation.
Secretary Clinton should have known that an unclassified system was no place for that conversation.
I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email.
None of these emails should have been on any kind of unclassified system, not even Gmail.
But first of all, nothing was marked classified.
To the contrary,
Nothing was marked classified.
there is evidence of a
Nothing was
tremendous
marked
amount.
classified.
Now let me tell you what we found.
Oh my gosh.
110 emails.
It was not the best choice.
52 email chains
It was the mistake.
have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it
8
make?
of those chains are top
It was the
secret.
best choice.
36 of those chains
I said it was a mistake.
8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it
With
make?
respect to our recommendation, this is going to be an unusual statement in at least a couple of ways. Although there is evidence, our judgment is that no reasonable prosecutor would bring such a case. I know there will be intense public debate. I know there will be intense public debate. I know there will be intense public debate. What difference at this point does it make? 110
It
emails,
wasn't the best choice.
52 email chains
I made a mistake.
have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it
8
make?
of those chains are
It
top
was not a
secret.
good choice.
36 of those chains
I said it was a mistake.
and 8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it make?
Political correctness is a manifestation of lack of fucking self-esteem because you're all cunts. Because you cunts all want everybody to love you. I don't want anybody to love me. I don't want anybody to even fucking like me. Do you think Donald Trump gives a shit what you think of him? Do you think Steve Jobs, when he was alive, gave a shit? Do you think Mark Zuckerberg gives a shit? Political correctness is a manifestation of lack of fucking self-esteem because you... Hello?
Honey, someone's going to the house. Someone's going to the house. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
Oh, you call the pops. I'm gonna call the pops.
We're recording you.
No. It's okay. I'm just your neighbor. Coming by to say howdy.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, we're not used to people stopping by to say howdy without assaulting us first, robbing us, or defecating on our lawn.
Sometimes all three.
The trifecta. We're from Los Angeles.
Just moved to Texas.
I figured.
Oh, the California plates?
Well, yeah, and the masks. Inside your own house. No one else around. 2022.
We just want to be extra safe.
We feel naked without masks.
We'll probably wear them for the rest of our lives.
We'll be buried in them.
Okay. Well, you seem like a lovely couple. Like I said, I just wanted to drop by and welcome you to the neighborhood.
Why? Do you want something?
Oh, no. They're, I think he's being friendly. People around here are friendly, like we've seen in the movies, right?
I thought that was just make-believe, like superheroes or families that go to church.
No. That's a myth. This is real life.
So, I live in that house over yonder. Name's Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. I'm Tiffany. She, her.
And I'm Steve. He, him.
What are your pronouns?
I don't believe in pronouns. I think they're reductive. In fact, just your asking about it is a microaggression.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay. I'm just messing with you. I like all pronouns. My favorite is you.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Exactly. So, if you need anything, just holler. My wife and I'd be happy to help.
Baby, he has a gun.
I'm calling the cops.
I'm recording you.
No.
Recording
It's
you.
okay.
All right, has anyone noticed this trend among some of our government experts lately? It starts off with them telling you a thing. If you question the thing, you will be mocked, ridiculed, and potentially censored. It then turns out later that the thing that they told you wasn't quite as true as they promised you it would be. And when you point this out, they revert to telling you that, well, they never told you the thing that they told you. And then when you show them incontrovertible proof that they did in fact tell you the thing that they told you,
Hey everybody.
they just suggest that you should be mocked, ridiculed, and potentially censored. I can't imagine why we don't.
If you're so confused and disoriented that you don't know where you are or where you're going, there are predators of the spirit who are much worse than snakes that are waiting in wait for you. And the probability that you'll move from aimless, hopeless, joyless anxiety to nihilism, corrosive bitterness, and genocidal fantasy in the fundamental extreme is very high. And so that's possession by a predator of the spirit in the desert of the soul. And that's real.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing tonight?
Hey y'all. Chuck, I'm throwing a steak on real quick.
All right. Make one for me. I'll be there in a minute.
Okay.
Hey, everybody out there.
I didn't expect to be on 101s the whole time.
Hey, Booty. Hey, Mary. Hey, Patrick. Hey, Lake. Hey, Anna. Let's see. Hey, Grace. Hey, Ben. Hey, Meat. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Ben. Let's see. Frank, I already got you. Hey, Miz. Hey, Larry. Hey, Alfred Kingdom. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Prepping. Let's see. Hey, Lucia. Hey, Nightmare. I think that's about it.
Hello to everybody.
Hey, y'all.
Did you say nightmare?
Hey.
Yeah.
Really?
He did, yeah. Yep, he really did.
You gonna go?
Hey, Curly, Mo, and Larry. Certainly.
Oh, sorry.
I'll let y'all talk while I cook my steak.
All right. Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Certainly.
What's going on, Meat?
Driving through Oklahoma on dry roads finally after 3 days, a couple days of sketchy bullshit roads in Texas.
They're bad over the west side of Dallas, over on the east side.
Shit, it's a complete disaster. Bad doesn't even begin to describe it.
Yeah, somebody said that in like a 3-hour period, 4-hour period, they got like 4 to 6 inches of ice over there on the other side of Dallas.
Yep. Yesterday or day before, when I was going into the metro, from from Sulphur Springs all the way to Dallas was 3 inches of ice. I had to take 20 miles of service roads parallel to the interstate just to get past all the ice and bullshit, so I could drive at 45 miles an hour all the way into Dallas. And half the roads in Dallas are the main roads are okay, but them side roads are not. Most of them aren't even plowed. Sheets of ice. It's ridiculous.
Yes, I saw Barbecue Rockstar do a store run, and it was horrible. That's the way ours were.
It was bad.
I still can't get off my did.
Yeah, it's not.
We didn't have any of that freezing shit here. The only thing bad we had here, I seen Noah float by and he just shook his head. So.
Well, that's because he had too much of that coffee in that large mug, like I showed you. I went into the Loves down there. It was one of the Loves there on 30. You know where Sulphur Spring or not Silver Springs. I don't know why I keep saying Silver Springs. Right there, just west of Texarkana there, before the cuts south there into Dallas at Love's there.
Yeah.
I went in there and saw that big giant. I went back to grab some water. Looked over on the shelf. They had that big ass coffee cup. Says everything's bigger in Texas. I'm like, what the fuck? And then my second thought was, I gotta have it. Cost me $25, but
it probably looked like it hold a quart.
Dude, it probably would. It would probably hold an entire pot of coffee in that cup because, as you saw with the Gatorade bottle next to it, that's how tall it is. It's wide enough in the inside of the cup. It's wide enough. I can put 2 of them Gatorade bottles inside the cup, just standing up.
Hey, Watt. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Grace. See anybody else do? Hey, Double Aught. Hey, Patrick.
Yeah, from just west of Texarkana there, about 20 miles, all the way into Dallas was just a complete crap show.
Yeah, we were up Texarkana Friday, and as we were coming back, everybody up there was talking about it. Yeah, it's supposed to get bad.
Oh, it got bad. There was a 10-mile backup on the interstate there by, what's that Springstown that's right there just west of Texarkana on 30? I want to say Sulphur Springs, but I know that's not right.
Sulphur Springs, Hughes Springs,
Plano?
Let me see.
No, it's on US 30, just west of Texarkana before it goes southwest towards Dallas.
I'm looking it up now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you? Because I don't want to lose out of chat just to look that up.
If it's a big town, Tyler.
No, it's literally right off of 30. It's something Springs.
Oh.
Shit, excuse me.
You're good.
Dolby Springs.
I'm hold on. I gotta look.
Dalby Springs. There's
No, that ain't it. I'll look. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you. Sorry, it's just driving me crazy, man. I just.
Dalby Springs. That's before you get to Lone Star. Let's see, Mount Pleasant.
No.
Sulphur.
It's not Greenville.
Sulphur.
I was right. It was. It was Springs. Okay. I don't know why I thought that was wrong. I was wrong. Well, so anyway, there's a Love's, about 3 to 10 miles east of Sulphur Springs there, and that's where they were selling those giant mugs up there. Because we pulled in there to do a lunch break because we knew it was going to get bad. We didn't have quite the idea that it was going to be as bad as it ended up being. I mean, I've seen a lot of sketchy crap go down in the almost 9 years I've been driving, but what I saw the last couple of days with all that ice and shit in Dallas and Fort Worth, holy crap. Oh man, it was an adventure. That's all I can say.
Well, people up north think we're exaggerating it, but I showed all those trucks.
I promise you, there 10 miles of backup and everybody on the road doing 45 miles an hour at the most. It was no exaggeration.
Did you come in through Rockdale?
No, I came in from Sulphur Springs. I went down 30 to the outer. I took 30 down to the Texas 12 and took 12 to the 840, from 12 loop to 840, and went around to Fort Worth over there off of 35E, or no, 35W on Fort Worth. out of delivery over there.
I showed a video. I think I don't know if it's 80 or 20. It's the road that has water on both sides of it.
That's 30. There's 30 runs. I-30 runs across a giant lake just before you get into Dallas.
Okay, and the trucks were lined up like miles.
Yeah, they
Just
were.
stand
Matter
still.
of fact, that big line of trucks.
Mm-hmm.
I went around all those trucks on a service road and got into Dallas before they got up to the giant lake. I mean, there was people wrecking their trucks all over the place, getting stuck on the side of the road. People getting stuck on the hills, having to be towed up the hill because they couldn't maintain momentum because there was just 3 lanes of wall-to-wall trucks. It was ridiculous. And there was, I swear, every bit of 10 to 20 miles of truck.
You ever talk to AB Meat Puppet?
He might have been up a few times on a chat, once or twice, but not that I recall.
Yeah, he's another trucker out there.
Yeah, I know there's another one that comes up on panels from time to time that I briefly talked to.
Yeah, AB,
Matter
if
of fact,
you want
most of the
links out.
Yeah, we don't bite unless you ask. But most of the,
Sorry.
No, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, Chuck was trying to say something too.
I was just saying, anybody else, the link's always out there.
Yeah.
Has anybody actually seen the balloon that everybody's talking about? I hadn't.
Yes, there are close-up pictures out on the internet. It's a big white balloon, solar panels, some kind of other tech. If you go to W77, he's got a video that shows a close-up of the balloon.
And then I also heard something coming in the water. Have y'all heard any of that?
I don't know.
Things coming in the water. I know there have been threats of things coming into the water against our country. Yes.
Boats and stuff.
Yeah. Yes. Well, they're not really. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I'm familiar. Yeah. I've heard those rumors. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing set me up for a live tomorrow when I set it up earlier, and I had to reset it.
Right on.
So
Matter of fact, it was told.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Does anybody know who the boats belong to?
There was one Russian boat reported out in the Eastern Atlantic. Beyond that, I have no idea. That's the only one I've heard about.
I know the buffet people there's supposed to be some kind of stuff going, but I don't know if they're up on top of us or not, which they probably are anyway. Everybody is.
Hey, Tom. Grace, Cindy.
Hey, Tom.
Baby.
I'm surprised Ed's not up here. Where's Ed been hiding?
He blows in and out every now and then. He was up when they all showed up here a while back.
Yeah.
I haven't chose a set time or come on at a set time, so it's.
I think Ed and George came on the last one I did, didn't they?
Yeah,
was that Monday?
Yeah, I know I saw your last one. You went live, but then I fell asleep.
Sorry. I hear a lot of people say that.
No, I fell asleep not because of you, because I've been working 70 hours a week.
I understand. I'm just joking.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Dallas truck stops are still, even the Fort Worth side, they're all full right now because it's just a mess. It's not even supposed to get up into the 60s until sometime tomorrow or Saturday. to get up high enough to melt the ice?
Yeah,
I'm looking at it now.
50 something until Monday. Or is it Saturday?
I think from either Friday, the next like 10 or 15 days, according to Weather Channel, they're saying an average of 48 up to like 65 over the next 10 to 15 days in Dallas, Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now it's still between Abilene, Eastland. Eastland is 28. Fort Worth is 32, so it's still cold as hell over. They still getting hammered.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's mostly rain right now. I just came out of Fort Worth, Dallas, about 2.5 hours ago. It was the north end of town's a little wet, but not as icy. Once you're north of Denison, it's all super dry roads from there up.
Well, it's been raining like crazy here, and thunder. It's crazy thunder, and everything's icing over. Tonight is 32. Tomorrow night's 30. The high tomorrow's 51. Whatever the high was today, it did not melt. It was kind of melting. There were things landed on top of my house from the trees, but
well, and you probably didn't have too much sunshine, did you?
No, none.
Yeah, see, if you had mid-50s and sunshine, it would have melted it.
Yeah, I think tomorrow there's going to be sun. I'm hoping.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Heck, I had my delivery I made over on Fort Worth. The parking lot, I made it there safely, and then the next morning I woke up, which was earlier today. I did chisel a pathway to get enough traction so I could get over to the dock to get unloaded. That's how much ice was in the little side parking lot in the street.
Yeah.
I mean, it was probably a 1/4 inch thick at least.
I had just found out this evening that my mother didn't have power yesterday until last night. And then it went off at noon today, and it came on finally at about 5 or 6 this evening. And
Is she at least doing okay?
Yes. I said, Mama, why didn't you tell me? Well, her house temperature stayed at 63, so it didn't get bad in there. But I told her what to order right away. She's going to get the whole house generator. And my buddy, if that's the whole house generator is going to take a while, so I told her to get a my buddy until we get that other, so that they don't freeze to death.
Matter of fact, if you can get the extra money together, because these things run about $300, an EMP shield.
Hey, George.
So if lightning or whatever hits your house, it'll run. Hey, George.
EMP shield?
Yep, EMP shield. Government tested, whether it's a solar flare or lightning or anything else, it'll protect. Once it's wired into your house, it'll protect it and keep it intact.
I'm writing that down. It protects against lightning?
Yep.
Hey, Wild. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Lisa.
Military tested.
That's what messed up a lot of her electrical, was a lightning strike. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yep. Good to see Georgie George. And hello to everybody else in chat I've been ignoring.
Hey, Ben. Yeah, showing Sunday here, it's going to hit the 60s, and down over Bonnie's it's going to be in the 70s. So
Yeah, I know they're talking mid 60s in Fort Worth and Dallas.
Shit, all along 20 down the interstate between here and Longview, off the side of the road, looks like ponds everywhere. There's so much damn water.
Yep. It's ridiculous.
Best
Thankfully,
weather.
I'm far enough north. Go ahead. What
Best weather money can buy.
damn it. Now for a minute, I got a phone call. I'll be right back.
All right. So how's everything been going out there with you, George? Hey, Cindy. Hey, Mary. That's all that's been around here, all this weird weather, Cindy. It's a hard thing not to talk about. Yeah, George, you were telling me something. There's been some lack of storms. Hey, Sharon. And then now we're going to start getting them, and they're going to be severe, I'm guessing. It was last year, wasn't it? With Texas had all that blackout and all that because of that cold weather, wasn't it? Or am I mistaken? Was it the year before? Yeah, Frank, that's nice. My wife's talking about it. My daughter's over there too in Florida. And bad thing about it, when you get them badass storms over there, being out there, basically Florida's just like a pier sticking out in the ocean. It's kind of freaky. I don't know if I'd rather have the stupid weather here, but hey, Ridge Runner.
I actually think it's heading their way. Oh, Meat Puppets jumped down. Excuse me.
Yeah, he had a phone call come in.
Me too. Sorry, Chuck.
All right. Yeah, some banks, Mary and Sharon, some of them, depending on if you're at a small or a big bank, one of your satellite banks, I think it depends on how much they'll give you at a time. Like you go to the main office of them, I think it's like 800 or 1,000 to some of them. If that's what you guys are talking about. If not, I'm sorry for butting in. Oh, shoot. Let me see if I can find anything to put up here for y'all. That's not what I want to go to. Everybody else's computer is acting stupid, or is it just me? Seems like phone's all funny, laggy, trying to get on the internet on certain things or something to load. The internet in here is acting wonky. Fun time to be at the top of the top level of technology, and it's so shitty. Excuse my pun, but let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm catching too, Mary. It's just odd as my phone and computer both been acting wonky lately. Yeah, Richard, that's all the weather's good over there on your end, huh, Cindy? Yeah, got everybody tied down. Anybody else want to pop up and voice their opinion or what have you? The link's out. Kind of should have done some research. I just popped it up, figuring, looked around, didn't see anybody scheduled to do anything. So let's see if I got anything I put back to put out. Let's see. Even my stupid computer don't want to load. Here, I don't know if I put this up, let everybody see this. Let's see. These are the ingredients in what you see when you look up in the air. Where'd it go? There it is. I don't know how many of you guys can see this, but this is the ingredients in them things. Aluminum oxide particles, arsenic. Let's see, barium salts, barium denate, cadmium, calcium, chromium, desiccated human red blood cells.
Oh my goodness, what rabbit hole are we in now?
No, I'm just talking about what's in them things in the air.
Yeah. So you see how that is coming out of the airplane like a tube, like
Yep.
a Stand Up Humboldt 4 has. She is filming that. It's all across there on the West Coast. She was right where she was at.
See that second picture up there? It looks like a grid. We were having that around here for a while. Then the other day, Vicky was going to work. It said looked like a drunk monkey with a Sharpie was writing on a wall. They were just all over.
And so, but it kind of looks like a web pattern, doesn't it?
Yep.
Oh, AB, hi. I didn't know you had company.
He just popped up. Hey, AB. Maybe he's having connectivity issues too.
Oh, I did hear something about wax. They were grounded for some reason, weren't they? Hey, there's twin ABs.
Is that other one dead?
He must be on the road or something and not have a good connection.
I'm back.
I think AB's having issues getting up here now.
Probably. I know I had a work buddy of mine call me for a minute. He just lost signal running up the turnpike, Indian Turnpike through Oklahoma.
I know there's a few spots up there it's like that.
Yep, there's even a few spots on 69 up through Oklahoma towards Big Cabin.
Yeah, he said bad signal.
Hopefully he'll get into a good spot and can get back on.
Sharon, I was just saying that. Remember when we used to see real clouds and I see a horse, I see a dog?
Yep. There's been a few times I looked at clouds and saw body parts, but we'll leave it at that. You know, I miss common sense. I wish more people had it.
Yep.
I just don't see how to stop it. I don't.
How to stop what?
Whatever they're spraying, whatever they're.
Oh, the plane farts. Well, there's only two. There's only two ways. Only two ways I can think of to stop it. That shoot the planes out of the sky or get rid of the chemicals.
And who's doing it though? It kind of makes me think it's
the government.
It's here, yes.
More likely the government.
So, does our representatives not know this, or they don't notice, or they just put a deaf ear to it, or?
They more than likely know. If they don't, it's either they don't know and don't care, or they know and don't care.
Either way, it's not good.
True story.
But the sun will be shining tomorrow.
We hope so. There's some ice that needs melting.
We have to look at some good here. If we're still breathing today, it can't be too bad.
You know what's really cool is if you next time you have to dig up your sidewalks, you can run some copper tubing under your sidewalk and driveway, and it'll automatically, if you set it up right, you can turn it into a heated sidewalk and driveway. Then you don't have to shovel the ice. Just turn on the heater and it'll heat it automatically.
Oh wow!
Yeah, works the reverse of a hockey ring.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one for y'all. I don't know if you heard about what they're doing to Omar with her stuff, but
she said the American military was equal to Hamas and to Taliban. From a member of the Foreign Affairs. She said Americans only like Israel because it's all about the Benjamins. And 3 years later, she said, I didn't know there's a trope when it comes to referring to someone who's Jewish with money. She said on 9/11, as a member of Congress, as an individual who's sitting on Foreign Affairs, something happened that day. What does that say to other people around the world? What does that say to somebody else who wants to create another 9/11 America? I'm sorry. It's not right. We were right in our action, and she can serve on other committees. But it puts America in jeopardy, and I'm not going to do that under my watch. And it's fair in the process, unlike them.
she shouldn't even have a position with those kind of thoughts.
No, definitely not. But my question is more with her. If she divorced her brother, would they still be brother and sister?
Yeah. I don't know. Is that uncle or daddy or what to their if they have kids?
Do they?
I don't know.
Surely they don't have kids.
Yeah, you hope not. But we don't know. We hope not, but nobody knows for sure, I don't think.
Things get wonky enough, you can be your own grandpa.
But the other really important question is midget tossing a sport?
And so was that McConnell?
Yep. Or no, that was what I put up.
Yes. Who was it?
That was
No,
Kevin.
that was somebody else. That was not Dumb McConnell.
That was our new one, Kevin.
McCarthy.
Yep.
One of those names. Okay.
Yeah. I don't trust him anymore. I do McConnell or the other ones, but you know.
Yes, Mary. Snowmageddon. That snow would catch on fire. That was not snow.
Speaking of things that catch things on fire, did you know the American, the little slices of American style cheese you buy at the store that if you light it with a lighter, it won't burn? It'll burn. It won't melt.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll char.
That's why I stick to actual cheese in the blocks from back in the deli.
Doritos are a good fire starter too.
Doritos, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a company called Quickfire that makes waterproof fire starters. Little packets you can buy and use them as fire starting material. They float on water and they are waterproof.
Second balloon is being tracked.
There's a second one?
That's what Be Charming just said.
Show us the links, or it didn't happen. Because I just heard about the first one, obviously, but I haven't heard about a second one. Of course, I've been driving, haven't had time to look. Yeah, we definitely want links if there's another one, and it's a news article. We definitely want that.
Canadian Minister of Defense. He tried to tell people for years, going back many years. Goodness.
I'm looking at something that Lisa sent me about Abbott talking about a new election because all that paper shortage stuff in Houston.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
I
then
hadn't heard anything about that, but that's interesting.
this is a good time to start sending emails because they're all going to want to keep their positions, and we're going to have to make some negotiations, I think.
Well, let me see if I put that on there. I don't know if they'll do anything to me about it. It was news, but
Pooty Poot said monkey showed too Wednesday. Pooty Poot's pretty good with putting some stuff out there on Telegram.
What about Telegram?
Pooty Poot puts a lot of stuff. That's where you can find a whole lot of information.
Holy!
y'all ready?
Yes, sorry.
No, I'm not. I'm just wondering if y'all were ready.
Cats, I am not kidding you.
Greg Abbott is asking for a do-over in Harris County, potentially. Good day, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. I'm your host, Neil Johnson. Excited to be with you and share this smashing report with you. Now, this report is going to be full of good stuff. It's going to be pretty fast. KHOU TV 11 down in Texas just did a big investigative report. This is incredible. But first, let's get to Texas Governor Greg Abbott's statement on Twitter. Harris County paper shortage far bigger than initially expected. It's so big that it may have altered the outcome of the races. It may necessitate new elections. It will necessitate new laws that prevent Harris County from ever doing this again. And Harris County has a population of close to 5 million people. It's the largest county in the state of Texas and home to Houston. And a TV station down there, KHOU 11, did an investigation into this, and it's mind-blowing.
KHOU 11 investigates found the shortage was more widespread than originally thought. Jeremy Rogowski has the details.
Election officials issued this report, but it did not conclude how many polls were short of paper. Our analysis came up with some firm numbers, but Harris County's top election official didn't want to talk about it.
Mr. Tatum. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Elections Administrator Clifford Tatum has been dodging us for weeks.
Yeah, just a moment. I talked to you about paper ballots. Well,
refusing to answer questions on the record.
This is hilarious. I mean, he cannot get away from that guy fast enough. So this guy should obviously lose his job. But the real question is, how on earth does this happen?
How does this happen? How do you run out of paper?
I've never heard of anything so basic is running out of ballots.
Maybe this guy should be watching what's going on in Arizona, because apparently 19 and 20 inch, you just never know.
Voters and election judges demanded answers, but the county's analysis of the shortage was largely inconclusive.
It's only inconclusive to the county because they're in complete denial. KHOU found multiple centers where they only received 600 paper ballots, when in fact over 1,000 people were voting at these locations.
Voters here cast more than 1,000 total votes.
It was worse than what we even knew.
She's Cindy Siegel,
And there's no excuse in my mind.
chair of the Harris County Republican Party, which has a pending lawsuit against the Elections Administration Office.
So the folks in Harris County said, hey, we used previous year's data to ensure that these locations got the right amount of paper. But that makes no sense when you look at these numbers. 600 were allocated in 2022. When you go to the prior midterms, well over 1,000 had voted in each precinct. And we have yet more video of Tatum on the run.
How about I'll set up something with you next week?
Why don't we do it right here? We've been asking for weeks, sir.
I'll talk with you after I have a meeting with the Court Commission on Tuesday, and then we'll go from there, okay?
So the elections office had said, hey, look, we delivered supplemental paper throughout the day, but they've never disclosed how much paper was delivered. Now, I can tell you this much. In my experience, because I am an election judge, we have enough. Okay, we had enough. We had extra, because you plan on having more than you actually need, just in case more people show up based upon previous year's numbers. And then we do have a way to get more down there right away. But you really have to ask yourself, what's going on in Harris County, Texas? This is something to keep your eye on. All the links for this story will be below. I encourage you to go check out the full video from KHOU TV. Also, you need to check out the new My Pillow 2.0.
Wow. So it's just Harris County. Darn it. I wanted it to be the whole thing.
Maybe that'll stir something where it'll be everywhere. Who knows? It could, but
It could. That's why it surprises me that it's Greg Abbott, because that was supposed to be a pretty tight race with Bozo. What's his name?
yeah.
Bozo.
Frito O'Dork.
Yep.
It's crazy the shit they do, and it's
Well, I know there were arrests after the election again in Harris County, and They've been really watching it, I guess, because it is the biggest county. But it's the most populated, isn't it,
Yeah,
in Texas?
biggest county. Yeah. What gets me about it is the little guys like us. We got to prove our innocence where there's no way you can prove their guilt. It's just seemed to me like they'd have stricter laws because they should know better. And
No, that would interfere with their ballot stuffing / harvesting.
I mean, and all of it all together, like even with Congress and stuff, that they're basically untouchable.
Yeah. Bank accounts investigated. Totally agree.
I say get them all out of office and put in all new, fresh people. Both houses.
So, Pooty Poot, you're in Moscow? Then thinking he was right here. Follow money. ABS 2.
Yeah, worth 120 million on a salary of that. That's it. Just don't add up. A lot of good insider training.
Yeah.
Yeah, there probably was a lot of that.
Yeah. I saw today where the GOP turned down the what was it?
I didn't look at anything over the past few or what's been approved.
I keep the news listening to a minimum. I can only stand so much of the talking heads.
It's the
news reporters, all the idiots behind the desk from 10 different channels all saying the exact same thing.
Yeah, Operation Mockingbird.
Mm-hmm.
86 House Democrats voted against a GOP proposed resolution denouncing the horrors of socialism.
What a shock.
Yeah.
Here's my surprise look.
Yeah, that kind of fits that there's your sign thing, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep. My personal opinion, there's no such thing as an honest politician unless they're not talking. If they're not talking, for that brief second, you could consider them honest. Once they start talking, they're lying.
Yeah, I can tell they're lying. They're talking, huh?
Yep.
See, and that's what I was thinking. We're going to get fired. Do they still do pink slips? They used to do pink slips. If you saw pink slips coming at you, you knew what was going on.
Yeah,
I guess
right.
now they just do it verbally. But if all of us just got together with a pink slip, wait till they come out of there. Here's your pink slip. Here's yours. You're fired. You're fired. What would happen?
You get new corrupt politicians going in.
Well, I think what would happen is it would have to be by the state because each state votes in.
If you recall, from each state, each of the congressmen and senators, there'd have to be new special elections for each one. And then the old corrupt ones would go to retirement land and all the new corrupt ones would come in. It'd be more of the same, sadly.
Oh.
Just my opinion. But
yeah. what Echo just put in there. That's not surprising, I guess.
Yeah. You know, a really good hypothetical idea. You put all the politicians from the House and Senate, tell them they want a trip to Hawaii, and in this imaginary scenario, the plane would have an accident and crash into a volcano.
Yeah.
Again, all imaginary, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Cindy, I saw that. They wanted it. I think they wanted it at the beginning and the end of the meetings. And the Dems are fighting the Pledge of Allegiance. Seriously.
Yep.
Church, I think your mic is.
Yeah, I'm back away from it. I was telling Lauren that Hammer Time, his information come from Nancy sneaking stuff, so that's where that money came from.
Wow.
It's nice when you're married to the one that has all the answers or gets to vote on the answers, huh?
Yep.
Oh, well, that's good, Cindy. They all voted yes for the pledge. Well, and that's one of the, I don't know if he was a senator or a congressman. I didn't recognize him. He was up there saying that, you know, maybe they need to repeat their oath a few times too. But he was like hammering it, saying, you need to listen to those words when you're saying them, not just say them because you have them memorized. Listen to the meaning.
Hey, Jay, links out there if you feel like talking.
Hey, Jay. I know you are, Echo.
I keep putting it out there for everybody, but I think it hides itself. So.
Yeah, you have to click twice on it. Click on the blue and then click it again, and it'll go.
Yeah, we're all real quiet tonight, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just because I'm trying to concentrate on driving.
Oh. I'm trying to talk. Thank you, Annie. Jay.
I am too because it keeps me awake, and I really want to go to bed soon.
Yeah, I'm looking at stuff whether I want to put it up or not. So.
Man, put it up. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, the National Guard's in Atlanta, huh?
He stands alone. Yes. I think they sent 1,000 National Guard to Atlanta.
They're probably there to keep the other people from messing with the protesters.
Mm-hmm. Where are you going to pull over for the night? Meat puppets?
Somewhere probably east of Big Cabin on Interstate 44. There's a high probability most of the rest of the parking spaces between where I'm at and Big Cabin more than likely are full. So there's this one rest area just before you get to Joplin, but it's very large and plenty of room.
Good.
So I'm gonna drive up there and find a spot and pull in. Then I'm gonna inspect my eyelids for holes.
You sound tired.
It's been a long day. I've been up and driving since about 6 a.m., give or take.
Oh, goodness. And it is more tiring when you have bad roads to try and maneuver.
It really is. And after the sketchy shit I saw the last couple days, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little bit nerve-wracking.
Well, in that video, I didn't see a shortage of trucks.
Yeah, there's no shortage of trucks because they were all piled up at one place because of the ice.
Yeah. So stuff's still being delivered.
So a lot of people ask,
Has it picked up for you or slowed down or anything?
Well, in general, refrigerated freight right now is running slow. General freight has been slow for a long time in the recent year or so. Things were fairly busy, but between general freight and refrigerated freight, over the last year or two, it's kind of slowed down a little bit.
so a lot of people ask,
I'm hoping at some point freight volume will pick back up and increase, but that may or may not happen.
Right. Well, someone said somewhere in one of the chats that eggs help to maybe detox from the juice or something. And I said, that would kind of make sense why the hit on factories. I watched a video the other day. This man, he's a dairy farmer, and showing how many gallons of milk he has to just throw away because they won't take it.
This stuff right here.
Yep.
That stuff right there. I was watching a video, and you can get that out of the papery brown part. I don't know if it's in all onions or not, but the outer skin, boiling it down, you can get that from it. Quercetin.
Wow.
Here, I'll put it up there again in case anybody didn't see it. That's one of the things you can use in place of HCQ or whatever.
Yeah. Night Cherry. Yeah, I have some of the Shep's tonic water. That was the first thing I had heard of it being in. You see Tom?
Yeah, Grandma, you like that, huh? People talking about that eggs thing I put out there.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know if they've seen the whole thing.
Tom said that ain't gonna make me like boys, is it?
No. If it did that, I wouldn't even bring it up. Here's a little video for y'all about LEDs.
So a lot of people are asking me, why are they pushing these LED lights so much? They're even giving them away for free. Reason being is because these LED lights will connect everything in the Internet of Things, right? These LED lights can be connected up to, for example, her cell phone, that tablet, all the appliances in the home, the thermostat, the cars, the garage. Everything can be connected, and then they can monitor and get data from that, but they can also turn off things when you're using them based on climate reasons and whatever else, and you now are connected up to the Internet of Things. Now, what's interesting about these LED lights is that they ping a lot of microwave radiation, which I'm going to show you in the next video. So in this video, I went with an EMF tester and went around with a tri-field EMF tester to check the radiation coming off these LED lights. Look at that, off the charts. So what happens is when you're bringing these lights into your home, you're pinging microwave radiation into your house as well. The microwave radiation can impact the health of your heart, your brain, your eyes, your skin, your organs, and it also connects up to this, like I said, Internet of Things. So it's interesting that they're pushing all of this nonsense when, look at how detrimental this can be to your health. Next on that, what's more crazy about all this is in 2016, you had the AMA come out and say that LED lights can increase the risk of cataracts and eye degeneration. So it's going to cause people to have bad eyesight over time and be radiated so that we can save the planet, but it doesn't seem like we're saving humans.
Messed up, huh?
Well, you know, the one thing that they all mentioned, you could eliminate all gas emissions starting tomorrow morning and have no more emissions for all of eternity, and the planet temperature would only be affected by 1/10 of 1 degree.
Yep.
But they won't tell you that, so.
Like China, that they don't even register theirs. So.
Right.
You have the pollution, the emissions, the radioactive stuff.
I think they have more than us.
At least I played it, if that's the one you're talking about. I think it's pretty wild, Lisa, that if anything's possible, I know they all probably did it somewhere. I think a lot of them, the good ones especially, ought to get fed up with these people and call them out, drag them out, point them out. If they're really a do-gooder, hell, even if they did bad, say, yeah, I screwed up and they got this over my head, but guess what these people are doing?
Goats, their sisters, I don't know what. Children.
Yeah.
Yep. Double out. And that's a lot of them, people letting them free range. Some people are crushing up dog food or feeding them scraps and whatever. Some of them are using deer feed and stuff, crushing it up. And they within a couple of days, they start back laying, even at this time of year. Yeah, the same ones that sell the feed, a lot of them are the same ones that are the owners and the main people that finance or the money behind Tyson and other chicken stuff. So, of course, they don't want you to have your own chickens and eggs. And it's kind of like the wolf being in charge of the hen house.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's Anna. That's like, yeah, a bunch of people I know would go to Mexico to go see doctors down there because the procedures were cheaper, their medication was cheaper, office visits were cheaper by a lot.
Yes, and you could go shopping and get stuff cheap. And they won't even let us cross the border anymore.
Yeah, that's sad. And then we're supposed to open all.
Yeah. You can't go over there, but
You know, if you got caught running over there, you'd probably be in a prison for a long time.
yep,
If we did the same thing.
or grabbed by cartel.
And if you're given citizenship, it's a weird setup. You're never allowed to have any assistance of any kind. You got to be prompt on paying your bills. You can never own real property, anything lakefront, anything nice. If somebody ever got down in dumps or whatever and needed assistance as far as like say food stamps or any of that, nope, you can't have that because you're not a real citizen. But we're supposed to bend over and say, here you go.
Yeah, I miss those Mexican dresses.
What the hell?
They're made out of cotton, and they were cool in the summer.
Yeah, Vicky, look into black castor oil for cataracts. There's a lot of information out there about it. It's got to be organic, but just do a Google search for uses of black castor oil, keywords like cataracts or what have you. I know they shipped a bunch of them out to make it look like it was nice, Grace.
Did you see any at Jack at the bank?
Black castor oil, organic black castor oil.
Shoot. Did you say George was in here earlier?
Yeah. Hey, you probably get all kinds of stuff then. The hell, guys, I think I'm going to cut it short. You got any last words you want to say, Bonnie? I'm just feeling crappy. I don't know what it is. I just feel off. I don't know if it's all this cold weather, lack of sleep.
You must have caught it from Jeff Bear.
Might have. I don't know. The other day I was saying my stomach was bothering me below my belly button, but
Yep. Sorry about that. It closed the browser from there. I was doing something.
yeah, you pop it in and out. I'm thinking about dropping it. I'm thinking maybe go to sleep, maybe get some fairly early, decent sleep.
Yeah, sleep sounds good right now. I got to drive just a little bit further before I can shut down.
Double lot. It's supposed to be doing with eye problems.
eye problems.
Yeah, black castor oil, organic black castor oil is good for eye problems.
Could be, yeah. I don't know, honestly.
Huh.
But if you're gonna shut down, then I'll hop off and because I'll be stopping here before too long.
Yeah, they're starting to leave already. You guys got anything? Last thing you want to say? I'll go ahead and drop it.
We'll see you on the next one.
Just hang in there. Get your local people doing what they're supposed to be doing, and we got this.
All right, much love, y'all, and thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out.
Always get your politicians spayed and neutered.
Yeah. Make sure they've been dipped for parasites.
Right.
All right, Jack.
Thank you, Andy. Jack.
Yep. We'll catch everybody later.
Y'all have a blessed night.
Yep.
Good night. Bye.
God bless y'all. Good night.